better. The entire collection. Spring vibes.
Thank you so
Good morning everyone, and welcome to the second episode of my small business vlogs. I'm just having my coffee now. It's fairly early, got off to an early start this morning, so that's good. I haven't been feeling that well over the past 3 weeks. Like, I just feel really run down and like I'm fighting something off. So I'm not feeling the best today, but I'm hoping this coffee will wake me up and feel better. It's honestly just the mornings that are hard, and then later in the day I start to feel better. But anyway, so just having my coffee, and I printed off these flowers, and this is part of the project that I started in my last video with the 12 sheets of paper that I was tearing up for this specific project. So I need to get them onto my paper. So I drew these in Procreate, and if you watched my last video, or was it the one before, I did a Procreate tutorial just on how I draw using Procreate. And not only do I like that for arranging my floral compositions, but I also like it for just sketching out the idea that I have, because I find that sometimes when I'm freehand sketching with my pencil, erasing it and starting over and erasing it and starting over if I just want to move something around can get like super time consuming. So I like the iPad because you can literally just tap your fingers on it and it undoes what you just did, and then you can kind of fix it up as you need. So I just find drawing on the iPad on Procreate for me is like a lot more smooth than drawing freehand on paper. And especially because I'm going to be painting on these sheets before I put these drawings on, I don't want to have to erase it a bunch of times if I want to move stuff around, because that can kind of remove the paint from the paper if you erase too hard. So all that said, let me show you what I'm actually working on. So this is the mock of the project, and this is birth month flowers. So I have from January to December. Each birth month has a different flower, and then I'm putting that on different color gingham just to make it a little bit more fun, and just doing a collection release. I'll probably do the originals and prints, and then I'm also going to be bringing these to an upcoming market that I'm doing. So another exciting thing that's happening today is that I have a print order ready, so I'll be going to pick that up, and my t-shirt design is in. They called me yesterday and said it's ready for pickup, so I'm really excited but also kind of nervous to pick it up. I've never done a t-shirt design before, so I have no idea what to expect. But I'm really excited to see, regardless of whether I like it or not, what it looks like. So I'm going to take you guys along for all of that, and let's get started with the day. Okay, here's a better view of this print, but basically I'm glad I did like a test to start, because I'm not happy with how dark this line is. I thought it would look nice if I had kind of like a variation in color, but I don't actually like how dark this line looks going through the drawing, because I feel like it takes away from the drawing itself. So I'm gonna make the lines going across about the same lightness as these ones down here, and then the ones behind I'll do even lighter. So that's the plan for those. And then this is kind of the chaos of lines that I'm working with, but it makes sense in my head, and I need to still add all of the lines to these that go across. So I'm gonna work on that now.
Saw you down the motorway. There was something about you that day. I can still hear the shimmering sound. The hill is near, let's get right up. Walk up to the very top. We couldn't tell the sky from the ground. I know my life will never be the same after that day.
Okay, so I just got my print order back and I'm just gonna check it to make sure everything looks good. It usually does, but I always like to check it before I leave. I have made prints of a few of these before, so those should turn out fine. I already know what those ones look like, but I did a couple new ones. I did this fun spring floral print. I don't have this one available on my website, but I just made it for this store because it's a maternity store and they have lots of kid stuff. So I thought this one would be really fun and cute for spring. And then I added to my whimsical florals collection on my website. I haven't added it to the website yet because I had to wait to get these prints back. But I'm gonna bring them to the store and just get a head start on that. But I just painted this one last weekend and I made another oval print of this one as well. And it's giving spring vibes and I love it. So yeah, everything looks good and we are ready to go pick up the t-shirt. Okay, you guys, my honest review of the shirt. So I'm really happy with the front of the design. It looks really nice. The word placement, the writing, the green color, I think that looks awesome. However, the back is way brighter than what my original art looked like. So I'm not too happy with that. Like the orange and the green on the back are really bright. It still looks nice, but I do want it to look more like my original art. So I was speaking with them and they said we could potentially dull down the saturation of it so that it looks more like the original, but I'm gonna give this a try on and see what it looks like on. Okay, so I'm obsessed with it on. I really like it and it's super comfortable. I also like that the sleeves are a little bit longer. And I just really like the way that the design on the front ended up looking, and it's a good size. Like I like it a bit oversized. This is a medium on me. So I'm really happy with the shirt overall, the quality and the words and everything. The only disappointing part is that I'm not happy with the back of the shirt just because it's not what my original art looks like. It's not like the back looks bad. It's just that I want it to be reflective of the art piece that I did. So she was really good and said that like we could work together to get that a little bit more close to the original. So I will definitely be doing that. And I will show you guys what it looks like when the piece looks more like what my art is like. But overall, I think this was a huge success for my very first try at making a t-shirt design. Morning guys, I'm just having my morning coffee and getting ready to start on the day. So I have to package all of those prints that I picked up yesterday. They'll be going into the store over the next day or so. And I also am going to continue working on the birth month flower collection. I did get a bit of a head start on it yesterday. I painted two of them, the yellow and the purple. And I'm actually really happy with the way they're turning out so far. So I'm looking forward to putting flowers on those ones today just to see how they look finished. And then I'll probably just keep working on doing all of the gingham first and then adding all of the birth month flowers at the end. But This morning, I thought I would show you the end result of the palette that I started on in my last vlog. And I used a new clay for this palette, and I was kind of speaking about how I was giving it another go. So I wanted to show you the end result of that. Okay. So this is the end result of the palette. I'm really happy overall with the way that it turned out. It's a lot cleaner than the last one I did. These little holes turned out a lot better as well. And just overall, it's better. But there are a few things that I'm gonna change when I do this over again because I am gonna give this yet another go. I've learned more and more about shaping them and like what to do at what stages of the clay. So I think that will make shaping it easier and just a bit more smooth. So also with that, what I'm going to change is the actual sealer that I used for the palette because this that I've been using is, I got this at Michael's in my last video, but this is a regular gel semi-gloss medium. So the reason I picked this one is because it said semi-gloss, like that's what attracted me to it. Hi. But I think it would be better if I used a varnish instead because what's happening is that it's getting, this one's not as bad as some of the other ones, but it's very sticky. Like it doesn't feel like you could actually put paint on this and put water on it and paint it. It feels like tacky even when it's completely dry. And I also feel like a varnish will just give it more of a finished look. So when I make another one, which I'm going to, I will show you guys what the end result of that looks like and if the varnish is better and stuff. If you guys want a video of me making one of these palettes from start to finish, let me know. Like I'm still learning, but I can just show you what I know so far and kind of like my trial and error with it. But we better get up to the studio and get packaging prints. Hey, Moose? Okay, so I'm just looking at the paintings I did yesterday, which were yellow and purple, and I'm very strategically picking the flowers for them because basically I've picked 6 colors to use, and I'm going to use those 6 colors for January to June, and then I'll use them again from July to December. But I don't want any 2 colors right beside each other in the series. Just if I display them on my website all together, it'd be nice if there weren't similar colors beside each other, or once you hit June, it repeats to the same color. So I have decided that I'm going to draw February's birth month flower on the yellow and September's birth month flower on the purple. So I have these drawings from Procreate that I printed off, and I need to trace these onto the paper, and I'm just going to make sure it's perfect. So I'm going to trace it through with pencil, just using my light pad. I talked about this in my art supply video. This is really handy if you draw in Procreate and then want to use your drawings on your artwork. So I'm going to sketch these out onto the paper, and then I can use my fine liners to draw the flowers on the paper, and I'll have a couple done just to give me an idea of what the whole collection is going to look like.
can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. For all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest.
I have a couple of very exciting things to share with you guys before I finish off this vlog. So the first one is, you guys saw me paint the yellow and purple birth month flowers. I have finished the entire collection. It feels so good to have all 12 done. I just like took an evening and just ripped through them, like just painting the lines and drawing the flowers on. It was actually a really satisfying process, but I'm super happy with the way that they turned out, and seeing them all together is just like so satisfying. So now that these are done, all I have left to do is scan them in and edit the background out, because the background of these will have like that watercolor paper texture, and I want to edit that out. So I have to scan them in and then knock out the background and then upload them into an 8x10 template, and then I'll send them off for printing, and then I can get these up on my website for purchase, and the entire collection will be available. So that is super exciting. And the other very exciting thing is that, I don't know if you noticed, but I am wearing the t-shirt, and it's not the t-shirt I had on the other day that was the very colorful design. It's the new t-shirt that has my art the way that I want it, the way that it looks when I painted it, right? That was the problem I had with the other one, is it was just so bright and it wasn't true to like my original art. So I wasn't happy with it, but they were really good and they worked with me on getting it looking more like the original just by playing with the colors and stuff. So that is done, and I'm super excited with the way that it looks. Okay, so you can totally see how much brighter the orange was in this one. Like, that's super obvious, but even the yellow in the other one was a lot brighter, and the greens and everything. So I'm really happy, and it's honestly just so amazing to be able to see this on a shirt. Like, that's my art. What the heck? Now realizing that I need to scan all of these. Super fun times, not something you guys want to watch, so I'm going to end the vlog off here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!